All right, we're going to get a little bit more fancy with files. Suppose we were using, oh, I don't know, say like JavaFX. Okay, we got this. We got a nice little JavaFX thing going on. All right, and we're gonna say, suppose we have this. So let's also get a really simple. Let's bring up Scene Builder. Alright, and here's Scene Builder. Let's grab border pane just to make our life easier. And then I'm just going to have a button in here. Just grab a button. Okay. And in this button, I'm going to say call file chooser. Okay. Very simple. I will make sure and implement that here. Add fxml protected void call file chooser. And let's see what we have to do to actually get this to work. So I'm going to save this file, save as FileChooser Example. And I got to make sure and save it at the exact same place as the where I put all of my Java examples so that they know how to talk to each other. All right, that's saved. There's the button. I can even change this. Call file chooser. All right, that looks good. Save that again. Make that go away. Okay, so this template should be called file chooser example, and the fxml file should be called file chooser example. All right, let's just make sure this works. Yes, got to make sure it's saved in the same place. Save. And then run it. My little GUI shows up. I should have resized it, but it works all right. All right, when I press this, nothing happens. So let's at least make sure that they're connected. So system out print line connected. Okay, so run that. And if this works, I press the button. Okay, we have the text down here connected. Okay, so at this point, we have a really simple GUI. So what about files? Well, all right, I can still open a file even though I'm dealing with JavaFX. In fact, the fact that I'm dealing with JavaFX does not really change anything. So scanner n equals new scanner, new file, and then some file name.txt. Close that, we're good. And then we'll make sure and close that. Now, if I compile it, it says that it has there's a checked exception, file not found. So, oh, actually it says, I gotta import this first. So import java.util.star, that's for the scanner, and import java.io.star, and that is for the file. All right, so compile that, great, unreported exception, file not found. So put this in a nice try catch. Try to do this. Yes, yes. And then put that there. Put a catch here. File not found exception. System out print line. Could not find the file. All right, sounds good. And then, okay, great. So compile that. Let's run. Good. Okay, oh, we could not find the file because the file doesn't exist. Oh, well, where is that file? Now, if you were nice, I'm not saying you are nice, I'm not saying you're mean, but if you were nice, you would let the user find it. So file chooser, I'll just call FC, equals new file chooser. Boom, boom, boom. Compile that, works great. Oh, it doesn't work great. What is it that we're missing? Well, what we're missing is actually in here. Import javafx.stage.star. There we go. And then I will compile that. In fact, I could have just made this star. In fact, I have that twice. Look at that. I don't need that. There we go. Okay, so we should be good to go now. Everything's great. Okay. So let's see that file chooser. What? No file chooser. Could not find it. In fact, we have a problem. I still can't find it. Well, simply because we found it does not mean that we can't have it pop up. So we're going to say fc dot show open dialog, and we have to have a stage that we're dealing with. Okay, but what's the stage? Well, the primary stage is right here. So I'm going to create a global variable and just reference it. So stage primary, there we go. So once it's a global variable out here, I can reference it anywhere. So add style. Okay, there we go. Primary equals primary stage. So that when this starts, I'll be able to basically copy it and say primary equals primary stage. So primary now points to the primary stage, and I can now open my FileChooser. Let's compile, and we'll run. And does it work? Yay! Look at that! It's a lovely thing. Now notice that when I move the application around, or more specifically this stage, the file opener actually opens. So I'm going to choose this and click OK and open, and nothing happened. But that's pretty cool. Let's go over how the FileChooser works again. All you have to do is have a FileChooser. Make sure it's stage.star so that it works. I'm going to change the template and so that it looks like that. And so once we open it, we need to be able to know what its parent stage is. So back here in the start, I simply said I'm creating a global variable. Here's a global variable called stage. And I'm saying, okay, the primary stage equals primary. I pass in the primary stage here. That's pretty cool. So, kind of useful, kind of not useful. What does it actually return? Well, the cool thing is it returns a file. So I'm going to say file, my file equals that. So, all right, let's see. Now, look, I don't have to have this part anymore. I simply pass in my file. So I'm going to compile that. I'm going to run that and get that FileChooser up. And let's get out text.txt. We're going to open it. And it closed. Nothing happened. Well, that's okay that nothing happened because we didn't tell it to do anything. All we did is open the file and close the file. So let's go ahead and do while and has next. And while that's true, we'll just keep reading everything. And then we'll do system out.print line.in.next. Just read everything that's in there. And then close the while loop and run it. Okay, we're going to get the FileChooser. We're going to choose out.txt. And look, it worked. There it is. It all came down here. It took everything, every single string. Hi, this is a text, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 99. So what did we do? Let's go ahead and review that. Just a couple of concepts here. First concept is when you're using JavaFX, you can use FileChooser, but you have to pass in your stage. Well, we have to save the stage. So when we call start, we just save the stage, save it into a global variable. So this can be accessed in any of the methods. So when we call the button, it says call FileChooser, and then I can open it, and it is set inside of the that particular stage, and then I simply read it all. That worked pretty well. So FileChooser is a GUI-based way of letting your user figure out where the actual file is and choosing it for themselves.